How's it going, everybody? PigBay here, PB for short, and today we're going to talk about the Z52. More precisely, the Z52's legendary module. The reason I make these videos is because getting a legendary mod on a ship is quite the commitment. 5,000 gold isn't cheap, and neither is wasting your time grinding 250,000 free XP. Now, what does the legendary module actually do? So it reduces your torpedo reload time by 8%, also increases the speed by 12%, but the downside is you lose torpedo damage by 4%. Personally, I think the trade-off is definitely worth it. The faster your torpedoes are, the harder they are to dodge, and the less that you have to lead. Now, my current setup is legendary mod slot 1, propulsion slot 2, and then concealment in slot 3. And in this game I am running Maximilian von Speed, but he's not fully max, he's only level 7, so I don't get all the added benefits. That's all good and all, but what does it actually look like when you equip it? So your reload time goes down to 44.16 seconds, and then your torpedo speed goes up to 73.13 knots. Now, let me just start by saying Z52 is a great gunboat, by far. The guns hit really hard, especially when firing at DDs. I find myself using AP pretty much all the time. I'll just aim at weak spots of battleships or heavily armored cruisers. I really just ignore the HE completely. It's really good on itself. But now when you add this legendary mod, it changes the dynamic a little bit. It becomes kind of a torpedo. The damage isn't really there, but it's still a threat, especially to DDs, because the DDs are going to take some chunking damage and they are harder to dodge. These torps do feel a little underwhelming when firing at battleships, but not as bad as, say, the Holland. They don't go as fast as Holland, and they don't really set floods as much as Holland, but they do a lot more damage than they do. Now, comparing the reload to the Hollands as well, you get about 8 seconds better reload than Holland's torpedoes. Now, I recommend the mod, especially if you have the gold or free XP. Before this, I was running reload, makes it a better gunboat, but honestly, I don't miss it at all. I like having faster torps, faster reloading torps. I think it's great. Now, if you notice, I'm shooting AP at this battleship. Honestly, even these semi-pens here that I'm getting, they're going to do more damage than the semi-pens of the HE. The fire chance is really not that great on the Z52, which is why I do not recommend using it. Every now and then you're going to get full damage AP, which is just flat out better. Now this series, this LEGO mod series here, where we test legendary mods and I tell you what I think about them, it's all viewer driven. Sort of how like my old Tech Tree Thursdays used to go, which I haven't done in forever. So again, write in the comments, whatever gets the most likes is the next ship that I will test the legendary mod on. I know some Yamato has been requested, it just hasn't got the most votes yet. So go ahead, drop down there, give a little thumbs up to whatever you want to see. I want to apologize for the lack of content as well. With more rank comes more responsibility at work, so I end up having to stay there a lot later. So again, I apologize. But the other thing I want to talk about is I'd like to make some content on Metal Storm. I really have been enjoying that game. It's been a lot of fun. With that, Blitz will still be #1 on this channel. I'm still going to have sneaky peekies whenever I can, or whenever I can release them. Fridays will always still be my Blitz stream content. But I'm thinking about Saturdays being Metal Storm days, you know. So, if that upsets you guys, I'm sorry. I apologize. Blitz isn't going to go anywhere. I'm still going to do it. But I'm going to feature something else at the same time. So, if you want to stick around, that's great. I appreciate it. If you don't, I'm sorry. But that's just how it's going to happen. Again, don't forget to vote for the next legendary module video. That's going to do it for me talking. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think, if it's worth it or not. I'm curious to see what your guys' opinions on it. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time.